This is not your average tour of Florida. You will not see beaches or theme parks. This is the real Florida. Our first stop takes us off the beaten path on the west end of the famous Tamiami Trail. In the city of Okeechobee, a man named Dave Shealy hunts a mysterious creature called the skunk ape.
I've always done research, and people have always come here for information. But the research center open to the public now has been here for 5 years. I've had 3 encounters with skunk apes, living here in the Big Cypress all my life. The second was in 1997. There were several people in the area had seen something unusual. I went out, I got in a tree. I spent 6 months perched in a tree in the same area where I had seen the animal as a kid. And I got 27 photographs in July of 1997. Skunk apes are about the same size as a man. A big one might be 6.5 feet, would be really large. I've never heard of anyone being attacked. There was an incident about 7 years ago of some tourists who felt threatened, but they were never attacked. State protection is what I would like. I would like the state of Florida to recognize these animals as being here. And we have between 7 and 9 that inhabit South Florida. So there's enough of them where I believe if they, with the proper protection, they'll be around for quite a while.
The Research Center also features an animal exhibit including alligators, snakes, and exotic birds. The Skunk Ape Research Center and Campground is open to the public 7 days a week. Next, we travel along the west coast to Weeki Wachee Springs, one of Florida's oldest and most unique roadside attractions, where live mermaids have been entertaining guests since 1947.
My name is Ashley Furlong. Well, I've been performing at Weeki Wachee Springs for about 2 years now. Well, my dream was to become a mermaid ever since I was little. I've grown up around here, so you come to the park year after year after year, and you just see the mermaids grow year after year after year, and it's been a childhood dream for me. There's a lot of special training. Usually the training takes about a year. You start off dry surface practice. You learn every move dry on land, and then you get in the water on surface, and then you practice it there. Then, when you learn the air hose breathing technique, you use that underwater, and then you put everything together that you learn and try to do it underwater while breathing. So all of that takes about a year to learn. Drinking, what you have to do is you have to tilt the bottle at an angle, and then you blow into the bottle, and then it just comes right out. So you just suck it down. Even in the show, I suck water up my nose, and it goes down the back of my throat, and I can still be under there. And it's weird, you know?
Today, the tiny city of Weeki Wachee is one of the country's smallest cities, with a population of 9, including the mayor of Weeki Wachee, who is a former mermaid herself. Our final stop takes us south to Homestead, where a tribute to unrequited love has fascinated visitors for over 80 years with its remarkable and mysterious feat of engineering.
Coral Castle was built by a man named Ed Leedskalnin. He was born in 1887 in Latvia, and his background was stonemasons. His family were stonemasons. He came to this country, and when he was 26, he was engaged to a woman named Agnes, who was really only 16 at the time, and he called her his Sweet 16. And the day before they were scheduled to be married, she canceled the wedding, which they kind of attribute to his building this coral castle, kind of an unrequited love of Agnes. And a lot of the different structures in the castle are for her. This gate you see behind me is called the 9-ton gate. It's about 18,000 pounds of coral, and they don't really know how he was able to find the center of balance of such an unusual structure. Engineers have come and they've x-rayed this and they've studied it, and they tried to find out how he was able to find the exact center of gravity, and they don't know how he did that. If anybody ever questioned Ed about how he moved those huge blocks of coral, he would just reply that he understood the laws of weight and leverage well. He never gave them an exact answer. And again, this is from somebody who only had a 4th grade education. People have compared his secret to his methods of construction to Stonehenge and the Great Pyramids of Egypt.
Although Ed invited her many times, Agnes never visited the coral masterpiece which was created for her. In December 1951, Ed became ill and passed away in his sleep at the age of 64. Ed Stone tribute will forever inspire romance in those who visit the Coral Castle. We hope you've enjoyed this unique trip. Remember, the next time you visit, look beyond the commonplace attractions, and you'll find the real Florida.